Math 1, 3.4 worksheet, solutions to problems 4, 5, and 6, point slope form. All right, so number 4, they give you the equation in point slope form. We could take this guy and we could convert him into slope intercept form and graph him that way. That's one way. So what we'll do is we'll distribute that -2, and we end up with y minus 3 equals -2 times x is -2x, and -2 times 4 is -8. We just distributed the -2. Okay, now we want to get y by itself. In slope-intercept form, y should be by itself, so we'll add 3 to both sides. And we get y equals -2x, -8 plus 3 is -5. All right, now we know the slope is -2, and the y-intercept is -5, and we can graph it that way. First, the y-intercept. -5 is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? The slope is -2, which means we would say go down 2 and to the left, or sorry, to the right 1, but we're off the graph. So what we can do is the opposite. Instead of thinking of our slope as -2 over 1, we can think of it as +2 over -1, which means now we'll go up 2 and to the left 1. I don't like doing that very often, but sometimes you have to. And now we'll take our straight edge. Okay. Guys, always just kind of do a quick check of your work. All right. The easiest thing when we're looking at lines is just look at the slope. It's a negative slope, which means it should be going downhill when we think about left to right. It's going downhill. Negative slope, so at least maybe your line's going the right direction. Okay, now I want to go back to this guy because this is point slope form. So we could pick out the point and the slope. It is, remember point slope forms right here, y minus y1. So y minus 3. So our y value is 3. Here's the tricky part. Remember, it's x minus x1. Well, this is x plus 4. So we have to think of this as actually x minus. What would make this a positive? A negative times a negative is a positive, right? So this is actually -4 here. Does anybody have a question on that? I'm sure some of you do. Any questions on how I got that? You have to remember that our point slope form is y minus y1 and x minus x1. You have to know that y plus, I'm just making this up, 3 is the same as y minus -3. And let's say x plus 7 is the same as x minus -7. And since our formula has subtraction, when you see a plus, you have to realize it's minus -3. When you see a plus, you have to realize it's minus -7. Is there any questions on that? Okay, would you put your feet down, please? Thank you. You know what? Sit up. Or leave. Okay, I don't like the attitude.
I was paying attention.
I know you were, but it's just a little too relaxed for me. Okay, so now we have our point, and the slope is always right there. So now we could graph the point, -4, 3, -1, -2, -3, -4, 1, 2, 3. And the slope is -2, so we go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So that's just another way we could use. We could graph using point slope formula like right there, or we could convert it into slope intercept form. Okay, just to let you guys know that when it's in point slope form, we can convert it to slope intercept form, and then I believe Friday we will actually convert this to point slope form. I'm sorry, no, not point slope form, to standard form. Isaac, you have a, is that excused, Tardy? Okay, then you have lunch attention. Okay, questions on number 4. All right. Number 5. Graph the line that passes through the given point and has the slope of m. So pretty easy. We take this -1, -3, and we plot that point, 1, 2, 3. And now a slope of 2 means rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. Take our straight edge and always graph all the way across the line. Okay, so we have -3, -2, so -1, 2, 3, -2. And we have a slope of -4, which means down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Because we can always think of our slope as a fraction. I didn't do that over here, but think of it as 2 over 1. Rise 2, run 1 over here. Rise 4, run 1. And where is it? Did I do it already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Any questions on 4, 5, and 6? All right. So let's add this over here. So this is the 3 things we need to be able to use right now in order to be successful on this unit test. And by the way, this unit is on linear equations, and I'm pretty sure next unit is on linear equations as well. Okay? So you got to get these basics down. All right, let's see. A restaurant's goal is to serve 600 customers in 8 hours. Okay. All right, let's see. Science. Let's do number 7 together right now. So a restaurant's goal is to serve 600 customers in 8 hours. Okay, so remember, we have to decide on what our axes are. So usually time, if it's involved in a problem, is always our x-axis, and in this case our y-axis is going to be customers. So we always want to identify our graph. Okay, label our axis, time in hours, and customers. Obviously I don't think we have to put in people, right? You want to take those headphones out for me? What's that? Now we need our ordered pairs. They want to serve 600 customers in 8 hours. So that means our x is 8 and our y is 600, and 900 customers in 12 hours. So our 2 points are 12, 900, and 8, 600. Any questions on how I came up with those 2 points? All right, perfect. So now they want us to write the equation of a line in point slope form that represents the number of customers served per hour. What is the graph? So the first thing we need is to write it in point slope form. We need a point. We've got 2 of them, and we need our slope. Well, slope, do that over here. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I plug that in, it's going to be 900 minus 600 over 12 minus 8. So we get slope equals 900 minus 600 is 300. 12 minus 8 is 4. And if we divide, so 12 will go into there. 4 will go into 38 times with 2 left over. and 4 will go into 25 times. So our slope is 85, which basically means they can serve 85 customers per hour. Okay? And now we need to write the equation of this line in point slope form. So what is point slope form? It's y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. You could choose either one of these points to plug into the equation, but I like this one because it's smaller numbers. So there's x1 and there's y1. So we simply leave the y minus y1, which is 600, equals our slope, which is 85, times x minus 8. And we've written the equation in point slope form, and now we need to graph it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have enough room. So it looks like in 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 600. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 12, which I already counted out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have enough. Yes.
Wouldn't that be 75?
Let's see. 4 times 8 is 28.
It's 32.
4 times 7.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Holy cow. They allow me to teach math? That's crazy. Okay, thank you. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 9. No, we don't need 9. 7, 8, 9. Perfect. There we go. And if we're lucky, oops. All right. So 1 hour 75, look at that, right in the middle. 2 hours 150, 3 hours 225, 4 hours, look at that, right at 400, 475, 550, 600, and no, 600's here. 600's here, and on. So there's our linear equation. Okay? Any questions on that one? All right, let's look at number 8 and 9. Model the data in each table with a linear equation in slope-intercept form. What do the slope and the y-intercept represent? Model the data in each table with a linear equation in slope-intercept form. So now we're going backwards to slope-intercept. So what do we need? We need a slope and the y-intercept. Here's an easy way to find your y-intercept, guys. We talked about this last unit. So if we go, see we're increasing by 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0, isn't it? What are we decreasing by here? 27 plus what? 900, right? So 36 plus 900 is 4.